Sharon, Rick, you're looking at a very high-speed chase that's coming out of Riverside PD. That's the agency that started this pursuit. It was westbound on the 210 freeway, made its way up to the 210 freeway, I should say, and then went westbound all the way across to the 605. That's when the vehicle turned southbound all the way down here to the 5 and went northbound. So we're now northbound 5 right now in the Montebello area, approaching Slauson. As I come out to a wide shot, you'll see more units in trail here in the airship overhead. Now, the initial want on this was for a possible carjacking and somehow related to a domestic violence situation. So that's what we're getting from the CHP at this point, but that's who's in pursuit now. The CHP has taken over the chase from the Riverside Police Department, and the vehicle has been going about 80 to 90 miles an hour on the freeway the entire time, weaving in and out of traffic. And now here we are coming up on the 5 freeway northbound. We have the 710 freeway in a couple miles here. We'll see if the driver decides to take that or continue northbound into downtown LA. But for now, the pursuit continues with light traffic here northbound on the 5.
Well, thank goodness for the light traffic. You can see the car behind with the lights on there, getting a little closer over the last 30 seconds or so. We can only see the one car that's in pursuit at this point. But Gil, you got to figure that these officers, or there's the second car pulling up now, the officers are got to be a little concerned with this guy's violent history.
Absolutely. We're not clear on how the carjacking took place and how the domestic violence fits into that. I'm not sure if the one happened before the other or what, but at this point, we're waiting on confirmation from the CHP and maybe from Riverside PD as well. There's the sheriff's helicopter that's assisting in this pursuit right now. We are still northbound 5 freeway, and we're coming up to into Commerce right now. So the pursuit at about 80 miles an hour, about 80 miles an hour right now in the fast lane.
All right. Again, we just started following this pursuit here that was originally being followed by Riverside PD. CHP has taken over this pursuit, making its way through several freeways, the 605 West, and then now ending up on the 5 North, making its way from Montebello now through Commerce. It possibly could go through downtown Los Angeles. We do have one chopper, one sheriff's helicopter over. Is that what we have, or CHP? It was CHP, I think it was.
That's right. Yeah, sorry about that, Sheriff. They do have a sheriff's helicopter over it right now. Before, it was airships from the San Bernardino area that were initially tracking the vehicle out of Riverside, then up into their area, and they've just handed it off to the sheriff's department that's assisting. Now, of course, the vehicle's heading north towards downtown LA, and that's going to be LAPD's jurisdiction, so we'll see if the airships from LAPD will assist in this as well. But for now, we're approaching the 710. Actually, we're just about on it now, so it looks like it's going to stay committed to the northbound 5 freeway from the 710. There's a transition now.
And as Gil mentioned a moment ago, we don't know at this point the carjacking, the domestic violence, in what order that took place. We don't know if, in fact, this is the victim's car, what condition that victim is in at this point, or the domestic violence victim as well. But obviously, if that's what they're trailing him for, the driver has a propensity to at least some sort of violence. So the police have got to be aware and keep that in the back of their mind if, in fact, this guy pulls over at some point or they do some sort of maneuver to pull him over. But right now, he's doing a little over 60 miles an hour, and traffic, Gil, seems to be picking up a little bit.
It is. Rick and Sharon, let me come out to a wider shot. You see it's starting to, the traffic, I should say, is starting to get a little heavier as we approach the East LA interchange, but the CHP with what I'm seeing is 4 units in trail with that airship overhead, is keeping a close contact with that vehicle. But so far, the driver refusing to pull over, pull off, and get off the freeway. But we'll see what happens when we get into the East LA interchange. They'll have some options here. He has the option to go north on the 5 or north on the 101. From that lane there, so we'll see if this driver decides to go on one or the other here, or tries to dive over to the 10 freeway at the last minute. But we'll see what happens here.
And if he continues on the 101, obviously he's going to come right up here past our station at Sunset in the Van Ness area as well. If in fact he did carjack somebody earlier or some sort of domestic violence, that means he may be armed. They've got to worry about that. You can see the windows are pretty well blacked out, so it's hard to tell if anybody else is in the car, but we're figuring at this point, Cher, that he's probably alone.
Yeah, he's probably alone in that car, but you just never know who could, or who could be in that car. I mean, last night we had an Amber Alert where somebody carjacked a car with a baby
child,
inside. And that had everybody on alert yesterday, and that was very worrisome for the entire county, LA County, for several hours. But no Amber Alert right now, and we believe that he is alone, but we also have to believe that he could be armed and dangerous because this is a domestic violence. We assume we are suspecting that this is a domestic violence issue and a carjacking.
Okay.
And it seems like Gil is getting some more information, or he's actually being told to move because we're moving into the downtown Los Angeles area as we go into 7th Street and looks like moving into the 10 freeway here.
Yeah, that East LA interchange, there's so many different highways and roads going in so many directions, it's a little tough to figure out exactly where he is headed at this point. Gil, do we have some indication on where he's going?
Yeah, it appears it's northbound 5 freeway from that East LA interchange. And now I'm hearing we actually have been keeping track of another pursuit by LAPD in the close proximity here. So we'll see what happens with that one. But in the meantime, this one continues here. It looks like northbound 5 freeway approaching the 10 freeway in the Boyle Heights area. The vehicle here still about 70 miles an hour, trying to weave his way through traffic here, and I'm looking up ahead. The traffic's going to get a little lighter for this driver here as we come into Boyle Heights.
And you can see the police cars just hanging back at this point, a helicopter overhead.
And there's really only so much you can do at this point. You're following the suspect. Time is on the side of the police officers. Where they can always switch out. It looks like he's starting to pick up some speed.
Really accelerating.
Something alerted him and made him want to accelerate there. Something spooked him, it looked like.
Kind of back and forth throughout the middle. At some points, it looks like he may be heading over towards the 101. Now he's back on the far side over for the 5 North. So it's kind of hard to tell. Traffic a little light at this point, which is a little unusual when you're coming into downtown. Oftentimes it starts to bottleneck right about here. But he's backing off the accelerator a little bit. He's down. Now he's back up close to 100 miles an hour. So a little bit of an erratic driving by this driver, and they're not real sure what he may be thinking. Valentine's Day, they're suspecting him of domestic violence, possibly carjacking. So staying back, like you said, Cher, there's no hurry on this. They'll wait until he either pulls over, runs out of gas. Probably unlikely at these speeds that they'll try any type of a maneuver on the car.
Gil?
Yeah, well, so we're at the 5 and the 110 interchange here. He's staying on the 5 freeway, I should say, northbound here. So he's going to be committed northbound 5 from the 110, and now the CHP dropping back a little bit here. Not sure why. Now you got to figure this driver's been going since Riverside, the city of Riverside. So that's quite a distance from where we're at. So unknown on how much fuel this car has and how far this car can actually get before it runs out of fuel. But at this point, continuing northbound on the 5 freeway here, coming through Elysian Park.
Yeah, he'll be heading up towards Glendale and Los Feliz area, and then on into Burbank if he stays on the 5 North. Sticking to the middle for the most part, occasionally back and forth to the left when he's accelerating, but you can see the helicopter cutting into the foreground there. They're staying with him, and there's just, as he hits 100 miles an hour, and a little over that, not sure why he's accelerating to such a speed. Maybe he just sees that the highway's wide open and he'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, it is about as fast as we've been seeing him go. He's been kind of sticking around 80 miles per hour. Going a little north up to about 90 miles, but then just now seeing him at 100 was probably the first time we've seen him do that. But it seems like every now and then he gets a little bit spooked, not sure what's going on inside. We've got some blacked out windows there, but for the most part, he seems to be obeying traffic laws as much as he can.
Yeah, except for the speed. Except for the speed, we don't see him swerving a great deal in the lanes or cutting off traffic. Probably not intoxicated, but it's hard to tell at this point. Certainly angry and wondering where he's heading to at this point.
Yeah, and he just wants to get away at this point. And so we don't know too much about about the driver. What we do know is that he's coming out of Riverside, that the Riverside PD failure to yield, or that this is a carjacking suspect and wanted for alleged for domestic violence in the Riverside area, and then carjacked the car. We don't know which came first. We're assuming that the domestic violence came first, and then he carjacked the car and ran off, and is now in the Glendale area, neck of the woods, or at least approaching there, far away from home. If Riverside's what he calls home, right? Yeah. And so it's either a couple of scenarios that we have here, right, Gil? He can run out of gas, he can exit, go onto Surface Street. We don't want that. He's always a lot safer when, especially at this time of the night, and the traffic situation we have here, which is nice and loose and empty and light. It's a lot easier for us to track him here, and safer for everybody for him to stay on the freeway. Or
absolutely,
yeah.
We're coming. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, we're in the Atwater Village area now, northbound 5 freeway coming up to the 134 freeway, so there's options ahead. Light traffic pretty much between here and there now, and then if he continues up the 5 through Burbank, more of the same, light traffic into the Burbank area. But for now, the CHP, the CHP hands off to their areas. So right now it's coming out of the central, LAPD Central, and we'll switch to the Altadena CHP shortly. But it is like a relay race here for the CHP to hand off to their next units. You'll see them drop off, and then new units will pop in. That's that indication of when they are switching areas. So here we go with multiple vehicles in trail on this pursuit. The airship overhead, still the Sheriff's Department helping out in this, and we'll see what happens here at the 134 if the driver decides to go west on that 134 or east.
And then you can see the other drivers just maintaining their position. It's always a little scary when you see this type of thing coming up in your rear view mirror, or if you're not paying attention, suddenly the lights are upon you and people are flying past you. But these people are just kind of hanging in their lanes. They're dealing with it as best that they can. We don't know much about this driver other than a couple of violent crimes that he's accused of being involved with. We don't know the extent of any injuries on the domestic violence victim, nor the carjacking victim, but this person is taking off. He's been heading from Riverside. Now he's heading north. We don't know just how far he may be willing to go, but he's certainly well over an hour now into this pursuit, and we picked it up, about 15, 20 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, getting, a little close to some cars over there. It was a little bit tight for at least my liking. It looks like he's making an exit.
Jumped on the 134.
Heading onto the 134.
Yeah, this is the, yep. Yeah, westbound 134. So we're going to go towards Toluca Lake right now as he makes this transition. So at the last minute there at the Gore point, he just jumped over into those lanes there to take him onto the 134. So that's going to put him towards the 101 freeway. And we'll see if the driver decides to get off in the Burbank area here or not, or just continue on into that interchange at the 101, 170.
Yeah, he's coming up on Forest Lawn. He's got a couple of exits he could take, but that would put him in places where we don't want him, on side streets and small little communities over there. This is over near Warner Brothers, NBC, that type of place. You can see the Forest Lawn sign there in the foreground. He's sticking to the left, though, which is going to take him, as Gil was mentioning, to the 101 and then west on the 101 into the valley. So we'll see if he stays in this direction. He could get up onto the 170 freeway at some point. So he still has a couple of options left open to him. But you can see the traffic's considerably lighter on the 134, which is great news. But that could change dramatically if he sticks to the left and gets onto the 101.
Yeah, well, he sure has a lot of company behind him.
And like you said before, he's kind of, the speed's kind of going high and low and then back high again. So right now we're more on the high end, 85 miles an hour in that fast lane, and really coming up on the 405 here now. So it looks like he's going to be committed to that 101 passing Sepulveda now.
You know, now that we know that he's committed to the 101, and it seems like he...
Just as we say that, the swing's over.
Oh!
I spoke too fast, and now we look like... Oh,
Wow.
what happened here?
He hit the median.
Yes.
Well,
Ran
he
over something on the median.
Yeah.
And we got some sparks.
It was actually it was the gore point of that transition road. He tried to take it at the last minute. I don't think the driver knew there was a curb there, and went up on it and really sparked the bottom. Sparks were coming out and might be damage to the tires now.
I think he flattened the passenger
Yeah, it
side
looks like
front
it.
wheel.
I was just going to ask if they were going to do a spike strip. It looks like he...
Did it himself.
Exactly.
He did it himself, exactly. But staying committed to the 405, I'm sorry, the 101 here, try to make that transition, and confirming that it's a right front tire that's flat. The CHP's talking about it now, and the speed, look at the speed
Speed's
difference.
reduced half,
so that's going to be
50%, yeah.
Definitely.
This is over almost, this guy.
Well, now you got to wonder, though, is he going to just pull over? He realizes that he's in trouble, that he made a bad mistake. Now he's kind of staying in the middle, but things got to be racing through his mind. Does he just pull over? Does he surrender peacefully? Has he done something that, back in Riverside, that he may want to make a stand out of this? Who knows? You don't know what's going through this guy's mind. It's Valentine's Day. We mentioned before he's wanted for domestic violence on Valentine's Day, and then possibly a carjacking. We don't know how those victims are doing at this point, but he's got a lot that he has to deal with, and here's a pit.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. They were waiting for that, getting to the right speed, situation there. Spun him out of control, and that hopefully disables the car. The tire comes off on that front right, and we'll see what happens now. The driver not coming out. The freeway coming to a complete stop behind the CHP. Oh, no, he's going to go. He's going.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going for it without that tire. It's peeled off, and now he's on that rim. So sometimes, when that pit maneuver happens, it disables the vehicle because it sends the car spinning in a different direction for the transmission, and that will disable the vehicle, but it didn't. He's going to continue. So we may see another pit maneuver here shortly because of the speeds. He's back up, though, to about, what I'm gauging, about 60 miles an hour here, and he's got a rim now instead of a tire.
Yeah, and there goes the back bumper
right
on the car. And Gil, you got to wonder how much control he's going to maintain over this vehicle when he's got the tire off on the front, he's got the bumper hanging off the back. He's doing, what now, 60 plus 70 miles an hour?
And on the rims, I mean, it's only a matter of time before we see sparks fly.
It's got to be tough controlling this car.
Absolutely. And so we might see the driver try to exit, but hard to say at this point. Right down the center of the freeway, hitting the brakes here a little bit. And no traffic in front of the driver because he was there stopped for a little bit. And they're talking about another pit maneuver if they can manage that in the next minute or so. But the driver hitting the brakes there, maintaining the center of the freeway, and I'm looking out the window to see what the strategy is for the CHP. Let me come out to a wider shot so you see all the units behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Coming just past Balboa Boulevard, and the vehicle's still, the driver determined to get away.
It's accelerating again up over 60 miles an hour there for a moment.
I'm surprised how far he is able to go.
On that rim.
And they're talking about, now that they have a bit of a traffic break, they're talking about trying to get a
spike strip?
Spike strip put in place, yeah. So we'll see if that happens.
He's going very fast, and in the middle of the highway, it's going to be dangerous for the officer to get out there.
Yeah, very dangerous. That's a good point, Rick. So we'll see if that transpires or not. But right now, they're satisfied with staying behind the driver and seeing if he slows down to that proper speed for a pit maneuver, and then they'll definitely execute it because they're talking about it.
I didn't mean to speak so soon when I said this is over.
Just when you think it's over.
I just thought,
I thought so too.
Yeah. And then he hits that median there just before, what was it, right around Sepulveda, just before the 405.
Yes, we're just about there, and let me come in tight and see if we can see in the front windshield. The driver looks like maybe has the dome light on above, is moving his hand around, and maybe on the phone. He looks like he's doing something with his hands there besides steering. So hard to say if there's anybody in the rear of the car, the rear seats, But as I come back out wide, we'll see what the CHP has done. If they've dropped back maybe a little bit, and just giving this driver some time to think about what's going on, because pretty soon this driver, I would imagine, is going to run out of fuel all the way from Riverside to Calabasas.
Yeah, he's gone further, I think, than a lot of us expected this was going to go,
Yeah.
especially when he ran up on that median back there by the 405. But there goes the bumper. So we're losing parts
There goes the
in the
bumper.
next half hour or so, and we may see even more coming off as he continues at speed. He's still up around 70 miles an hour.
He's still up around 70 miles per hour with only 3 tires.
Yeah, but I'm surprised we're not seeing any sparks. We're not seeing
So-
any obvious.
I mean, that's what we saw. We did see a tire come off, right?
Yeah, all the rubber
Absolutely.
came off.
Yeah. So unless it was, unless there's a special tire that.
No, all the rubber came
Yeah,
off. I mean,
okay.
he's on,
Like,
he's on
unless
the
there's
rim.
something
There's
that
no
I'm
doubt about that.
unaware of,
Yeah.
that's making him run on like a run flat tire that has something under it that I don't know of. But nonetheless, he's running on 3 tires and has been running on 3 tires at about 70 miles per hour for a good almost 10 minutes now.
And now we're seeing the sparks coming out of the right front wheel. This could be very dangerous if he makes it to the Conejo grade, because that's a very steep incline when you're heading over there towards the Camarillo area. But the car seems to be falling apart quickly at this point, but he's still keeping the speeds up, which is a bit amazing that he's able to control the car at this speed with all of this going on.
Oh, there's sparks.
Yeah, for sure. The CHP's. Yeah, they're worried about the sparking. There goes some parts off the rim itself, so that's always a concern for them as far as the vehicle losing control. But a lot of space ahead of the vehicle right now. Big traffic break behind. The CHP fully in control on this pursuit, and we'll see what happens as he continues up the 101 freeway here and through Calabasas.
Yeah, the parts continue to stream from that right front wheel well there. We saw something else coming off a moment ago. The sparks have been flying out. The bumper is gone. He's done considerable damage to the front right end of this car.
Talking about it, he might do it if he's going to not pull over. And here it comes. Here's the second pit, spinning him completely there, out of control, backwards, and that should do it. We'll see what happens, but hopefully, look at this, another bump there and into the shoulder, hitting that pole, and then that's going to stop him for sure. So here we go, a felony traffic stop in progress. Guns drawn. We're going to pull out a little bit wide. Oh, look at that.
They're dragging him out.
The CHP officer runs right over and grabs him and pulls him right out of the vehicle. They're searching the vehicle. The other officers are looking at the vehicle, making sure no one's in there, but it looks like the driver pulled right out of the car immediately, and this is over.
A risky thing to do. Obviously, we're not privy to all the information that the CHP has, but seldom do you see, once one of these comes to an end like this, that they run right up onto the car, open the door, and drag the guy out. They must have known something, had some sort of information. As you can see them putting him onto the hood or the trunk of that car, they'll start searching him now and patting him down.